it's been far too much of a crutch for people who like Kyle Dubas to say, well, the Zaitsev CC move was a Lou move and the Marlowe deal was a Lou move. And then he tried to trade Kadri for TJ Brody, who he wanted. And then he wasn't allowed to because Kadri said no to the deal. And this team, this is Dubas's team. Like, there's nothing. If they're good for Kyle Dubas. If they suck, Kyle Dubas and no one else made a team that sucks. So this is a huge, huge season for him.
I think last season was Dubas's team as well.
Yes, but there was still that.
There were the exhaust fumes like the CCs of the world.
Yeah, there's none of that. There's none of that this year. There's no, and like, you know, a perfectly legitimate criticism is, okay, the CC deal was a necessary evil. Why is he on your top pair?
Right.
Why?
Well, I think that's it because he was a fan, frankly. I mean, I think he was. I think he was a CC guy, which is crazy. Crazy.
He said it in the media. So
yeah, like
there's no lie there.
Okay. Like, well, Jesse, when GMs speak, there are plenty of lies, I think. but
it's true.
You know, there was still this and that last season. There's none of that. This is Kyle Dubas' team. And I like how it looks. I like how it looks on paper. I'm excited to see it hit the ice. Mm-hmm. And if they do the thing, or at very least win a couple rounds, they take an obvious step, people will have no option but to give Dubas his props. But if they suck,
no, they'll find a way.
Oh, of course they will. I mean,
Simmons is writing the article right now.
Told you the second they win the cup, he'll write one the next day that says they won't the next year. That's what he does, a contrarian.
And odds are he'll be right.
Yeah, imagine pretty easy bet to take.
Why there will be no three-peat? Oh my God!
I'll take that bet. Like, come on, there's 32 teams going after it. Oh, the Leafs won't do it. Wow, that really stepped out on a limb there, Steve.
Listen. If you're not a fan of the Leafs, you need them to win, just to see. Don't you want to see how that plays out? Yeah. Don't you want to see? But it's if funny they're bad, it's Dubas' fault, and there's no defense. There's no defense of him.
Yeah, and let's not pretend that there was any negotiation in bringing guys like Thornton and Spezza over. Like that's hey,
Spezza no.
Thornton there was. Thornton there was.
Thornton they went after him full press, but like that full press is the three of us could do that.
Yeah, I don't know that we could have. He's got, he had options, man. He had options.
Yeah. I think they went hard. They got him in for the minimum.
Are you talking shit, Jesse? Is that
I am talking?
Okay, all right.
That's a great segment. Talking shit.
Talking shit.
But yeah, I think this offseason it's been spectacular. Like I think we've all graded him an A so far for like his performance.
Yep.
But
I don't really have any notes.
But the entire history of his tenure as GM, which has only been 2 years, like it was 2018 when he got the job.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'd say it's above average. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they made the playoffs each time,
except for now.
The best players are young. Well, yeah. There's still
They didn't make the playoffs.
They didn't make the playoffs. Okay, fine.
You're right. Let's call it like it is.
No, you are right.
Yeah.
You are right.
Excuse free on the Toronto Maple Leafs. They didn't make the fucking playoffs.
And there was a chance.
They didn't make the fucking playoffs.
There's a chance in a full season they didn't make it either. They were
very good. The way they were, Jesse, you're absolutely right.
Oh, the Panthers and Leafs, hot potato. You make it. No, you make it. No, the Atlantic should have only had 2 spots. Like they didn't deserve a third. It was shocking. And Montreal Canadiens fans can shut up because they weren't going to make it either. Mm-hmm. It's just a brutal division last year, outside of the Bruins and Lightning. But there is nowhere to hide. This is Dubas' team, and they will win or lose as Dubas' team.
Sam Reinhart has re-signed a 1-year, $5.2 million contract in Buffalo. That is a heck of a, you know what? It's a good contract for the Sabres because they need a guy like Sam Reinhart. And Sam Reinhart probably knew that the Sabres needed him. He had a great season last year on a bad team. This team looks to be better this year. I think Sam Reinhart and the Sabres at $5.2 million makes a lot of sense.
I think the Sabres are going to mess around and get a bunch of the names we just mentioned on the cheap.
Wouldn't you? You got all the money in the world, do it.
Yeah.
Ben Hamonic, like all those guys. And if you suck, trade them.
And they're going to be, it's going to be December 1st. And they're going to be standing there like Thanos, looking at Travis Hamonic and all of them going, you couldn't live with your own failure. And where did that bring you?
I do it
back to me.
No, it'll just be PTOing people and be like, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
PTOing veterans who got
Hamonic. And, but you know what? The Sabres, you know, we can, you know, for the analogy that we just used for the Leafs, we can talk about maybe bad neighborhood or something, or bad reputation. Jack Eichel, that's a wall. Rasmus Dahlin, that's a wall. You know, like if they give big money to a few guys and they find a few deals around there, like they can mess around and be okay this season.
Couple live, laugh, love posters.
Oh my goodness. There's a hole in the wall. Someone clearly punched the door. Okay. We get a nice mirror and we hang it there. Or maybe, you know, this is painting a Dominic Hasek. You put it up. We got it. I don't know how the Buffalo Sabres are going to do this season. I don't think they're going to be in the basement. They're not going to be there. I think the walls that they have, the big money guys that they have, they're too good for them to be bad enough to be in the basement conversation.
Interesting. So I'm not sure if that's good for them long term, though. They may want that high draft pick.
Yeah, but if you're Kevin Adams, you're going to want to make a big splash. Taylor Hall's pretty big.
Pretty big splash.
And if you're the Pagulas and Sabres fans, you're tired of this team stinking. And who knows what division they're going to be in, too. That's going to be fascinating to see because there might not be an Atlantic this season. Are they going to have a better chance of making a division? Like, what would they be in? Sabres, Rangers, Islanders.
West side?
Yeah, there might be something like that. I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do. Also, to clear up a misconception that I saw a lot on Twitter with the Sam Reinhart contract, because this would be bad. He signs a 1-year, $5.2 million contract and is a UFA at the end of it. That would be disastrous. He's not. He's an RFA. So, I don't know. I don't hate it. They have the space. Like, just whatever.
Josh Leivo has signed with the Calgary Flames. He had 19 points in 36 games last year. It's not bad. Josh
Calgary
Leivo's
Canucks.
Yeah, really. And the Calgary Canucks jerseys that were going around yesterday on Twitter, which was amazing. The Flames could use a little depth scoring. I think Josh Leivo for sure brings that. I mean, 19 points in 36 games.
It's very good. But
put that over a season. That's really good.
He's coming off a busted kneecap, though. And that is a really difficult injury. But he's had lots of time to rehab it.
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll get lots more.
It's such a fascinating season coming up for guys coming off of big injuries.
Yeah.
Like, you know what no one is giving enough attention is the San Jose Sharks are going to have Erik Karlsson with nearly a year off. Like, all of a sudden you might be getting the guy you're paying $11 million for, and it changes everything in the Western Conference. Just saying. They went from Western Conference final to one of the 7 worst teams in the league very aggressively, and something tells me there could be a sharp turn.
Guys, because we've gotten a shortened show today, I do want to get to the press conference because I know that Jesse has something he desperately wants to get to, and I have no idea what it is. All I heard was, let's do this on the press conference. Don't tell that.
Is it desperate?
I don't know. Is it?
The Presser. SDP. The Steve Dangle Press Conference.
I thought this was funny. MKC13 writes, if Steve drinks a coffee and doesn't describe its effects, did it happen?
Ooh, I love it.